Hello, everybody! I would just like to say, well, first off, hi! I am the Blind Fox Akio-kun, and I haven't scripted anything for this. It's not really a joke. There was 3 trailers that had just dropped today, and oh boy, I'm super excited. So I had figured that I would just talk about them for a bit. I don't know if I'll have a lot to say. I have immense faith, though, that I probably will find more things to say as we go along. But, firstly, if you guys like what I'm doing here, if you want to see more of my content, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things, the things that every YouTuber asks. Or put another way, yes, feed me engagement. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. I want to kind of start off with just what we're going to be talking about. I don't really talk too much about video games. I haven't talked about much as of yet. I have immense faith that I will, given enough time. I really like video games. Like, a lot. But I had found that the 3 things that we're going to be talking about today, it's going to be the new Helldivers 2 and Halo ODST crossover that's going to be releasing on August 26th. We're going to be talking about the new Cult of the Lamb update, which I'm really excited about. And we're going to be talking about Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Yes. Sorry, I was just checking my notes. Spoilers, I have a lot to say about 2 of them. The third is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Don't worry, it's not bad, per se. Let's just say that I'm a little bit concerned about it. Just a bit, though. Just a bit. So, enough stalling. I want to kind of start off with Lego Batman, just because that's kind of the thing that I have, like, the least to say about. Minor preamble real quick. I really like Batman. I've liked it since I was a kid. I don't think I'm ever not going to like it. But one of the main problems that I have with just Lego Batman is there hasn't been a ton of stuff that's been really done with it. And I get why. I do. I imagine that Batman is probably a little more difficult to put into, like, a Lego format. Relatively speaking, I imagine there's probably, like, way more, but comparatively, like, I imagine doing, like, Star Wars or, Indiana Jones. Oh, wow, that's a throwback. Did I just age myself? Anyway, I feel like that's relatively easier than, like, doing Batman of all things, especially if what it looks like is right. The Dark Knight, series is what I'm going to say, because it's not exactly a trilogy, because if you consider the comics, but I'm not going to get into that. I think it looks good. Just a little TLDR if you're here for that. I think it looks really good. Please stay until the end, though. Please. But I feel like with Lego Batman, it's gonna be good as long as, like, TT Games and WB don't absolutely fill it to the brim with microtransactions, which is the main concern that I have. Because, like, I love the Lego games. I do. They're great, they're awesome, and they're really, really good. But I didn't realize how full of DLC they were until I got one on the PC. And ironically, I think it was the Lego Batman trilogy. That's what really made me realize, like, oh wow, these have like a lot of DLC. That's not very good. That's not very good at all. I feel like that it could be good as long as they don't like fill it to the brim with DLC. And I have a very bad feeling they're going to do that. I have immense faith that they're going to just do that anyway because Warner Brothers and dollar signs. And I get it. They have to recuperate their losses somehow. But I don't think that that's really the way to do it, and I could be wrong. I'm not a game developer yet. But I just feel like it's a little scummy. I don't know. It's a modern like video games. The graphics are going to be really good. The gameplay looks really good. I find it really ironic that they're basing the combat, it looks like, off of the Arkham games, which were super popular a few years back. But I know with Arkham Knight, it kind of like got. I'm not sure. Did that get any better? Let me know in the comments. Arkham Combat's fine. I'm not gonna say that it's bad. I'm worried that we're treading old ground and that it's just not gonna be enough. It looks good. So I hope deep inside of my heart that it's gonna be good. I'm just a little bit worried that it's not. That's really all that I have to say about it. Yeah. Next up, I kind of want to like talk about. Oh boy. You know what? I want to talk about the Cult of the Lamb update. Woolhaven. That's going to be releasing in 2026, and I'm really excited for it. I think that the Massive Monster did an amazing job just from the trailer. I'm really curious to see what all happens and transpires and that sort of thing. I'm really because we haven't gotten a massive story expansion per se. I know that we got the post game in, I think it was Unholy Alliance. That was really good. But in terms of other story expansions, I don't know. I think that it's going to be extremely good. But I always like to reserve my judgment, even though Massive Monster has shown time and time again that they know what they're doing and that they can pretty much do no wrong. I think they're kind of the new indie darling out there, which is understandable 100%. I still really want a Cult of the Lamb show. I really hope that excuse me, that they can get that out there eventually. I don't know if they will. I love the comic. The comic was super good. Their merch is absolutely peak. Excuse me, I am horribly sorry. But yeah, overall, the animations look crisp as ever. The new forms look amazing. The opening, cinematic was just so good. It was so good. Of course, art style remains the exact same. I'm going to kind of like get a little like less excited here for a second, mostly because of the unfortunate passing of Riverboy, who, if you're unfamiliar, he was, at least as far as I'm aware, he was the composer for the Call of Lamb soundtrack, and I'm not going to get into exactly what happened. It's not my place. But he did unfortunately pass away. I think it was earlier this year, and I really hope that, for one, I know that the team did go on like a little bit of a hiatus after that, which is entirely understandable. I really, really hope that they are doing a whole lot better, or at least as best as a developer who's like gone through a team, a family who has gone through like something like that can. I know that it's rough. It's extremely rough, and it's extremely unfortunate to say the least. I'm very, very happy that they're doing they're still doing like this. They're working on their game, and they're making it as amazing as it could possibly be. That just shows the dedication and just the absolute just love they have for the craft, and they love the industry, and that makes me probably the most happy to be in that community. In spite of the fact that the community can be a bit much, I say that the community is awesome, just absolutely amazing. They're a little crazy sometimes, but I mean, aren't we all? I mean, come on. With that kind of out of the way, I think that I'm gonna move on to the last thing on the docket here. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm gonna move to the very last thing on the docket, and it's gonna be, I think, one of my more exciting things that I've seen recently. We've known for a while that a Helldivers crossover with Halo would be coming. And finally, as of at least August 26th, it's here. We still have a few more days to wait, so I'm trying not to get but I'm extremely excited. I love Helldivers. I could tell you some crazy war stories. Matter of fact, actually, I will tell you one right now, real quick. A little bit of a side tangent. You'll have to pardon me. I was in a world here, here on vrchat, and I was with somebody, and he had not played Helldivers. So there was somebody who was using, if you're familiar with Helldivers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and some of you might get flashbacks. Apologies, but somebody was using a model of the Jammer Strider, and it had the particles going everywhere, and it had the little boom 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 coming off of the jammer on the back, and it was absolutely amazing. And I had made a comment, because I was looking at it. I was locked in. I was just, oh no, not again, they found us. But this buddy of mine, he'd never played it, so he was like, I don't get it. What's going on? What is that thing? And my response was almost immediately yeah, that's a automaton. That's an automaton Jammer Strider. And it took me almost everything that I had to not say hey, one of my squad mates who I play with, can you take that out for me, because I don't have anything for it. Took me everything that I had in order to say that, or in order to not say that. And you want to know the funniest part? I'm pretty sure he heard me. You want to know how I know? I'll tell you. Without warning, this like massive behemoth slowly starts to turn, like directly towards us, and like the chin guns were going like boo, boo. It did not have audio, but like the actual noise was playing inside of my ear. I don't know what's going on with my arm. Don't internalize any of that. I'm pretty sure I'm fine, unless I'm not. We'll figure that out later. But excuse me. I find like just that to be one of the most insane bits, but it gets better. Pillow. It gets better, and here's why. When he had made the comment, like he didn't know what it was, and my response was as it was, and as he was turning towards us, for one, it's a very strange experience seeing something that you've seen on a flat screen in VR. And it's a feeling that I'll never get used to, but the part that really freaked me out the most is that I couldn't take care of that, and the lasers that were like whipping by my head, I almost actually ducked, and it took me genuinely everything that I had not to yell over the mic, "Strider incoming!" And the dude was like a super like awesome sport about it. It was great. Side tangent aside, I'm gonna get back to what I was yapping about. The new like armors and weapons and the new warp on. Yes. So I like Halo. I love Halo. I started off with Halo 3. I did not play Halo ODST, even though like we just never had it when I was younger. And I there's just the memories that I have of me playing with my old like neighbor and best friend. Horribly sorry. Like my old neighbor and best friend, they never really go away, and that like always sticks with me. Halo was a big part of my childhood, and as it was, I'm sure, for many like children who grew up in the late 90s and early aughts. But the armors themselves, they look incredible. I like it how like the variant that they use for the ODST armor is, oh good lord. Actually that is the, yeah, okay. I was about to make a comment and I was like, no, I think that's the ODST version. I've never like seen it, but I have not internalized that. But it looks absolutely peak. It looks great. The texturing is awesome. The shading is really cool. I mean, of course, it's Helldivers. The assault rifle, the assault rifle. If you've played Halo, it's great. I love it how the bullet counter actually works, and the reload animation looks just shotgun. Halo shotgun. It's a great shotgun. I really hope that it's good. I really hope that it compares. I'm very curious because I know in the Killzone weapons they don't have any customization options, but I know that those were technically crossovers and they weren't implemented before. I'm sorry, they were implemented before the like the customization was rolled out. I'm very curious, horribly sorry, to like see where that goes. I'm not expecting there to be any customization for those weapons, because that's just, I think, how the crossover weapons are. They just... I don't think it would work as great as it would be, and as much as I'd love to see that, I just don't think we're going to. The M6C, the submachine gun, you know the one. Oh, that rate of fire is gonna be killer. Amazing, perfect, great. I'm super excited to use that. I don't know how it's going to compare with all of the other stuff. I think it's going to be pretty good, because I think I'm probably going to eat my words here in a few weeks, but I've got a feeling that Arrowhead has kind of gotten used to balancing stuff. I have a very bad feeling that I'm going to be eating my words here in a few weeks, because Helldivers launches, as much as I love it, because new content, even I can admit, as staunch of a democracy-loving patriot as I am, I gotta admit they can be pretty rough sometimes. Most of the time, they're pretty rough. But I have a feeling that it's going to be fixed. I really hope that it's not going to take a few months, but I think it's going to be fixed sooner rather than later. What was it? The integrally suppressed pistol. Finally. I am extremely excited for that. I could not be any more excited. I mean, it's a silenced pistol. It's what we've been asking. I find it really funny, by the way, that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you know, a stealth warbond wouldn't really work because... Listen, I tend to swap between, like trench diver and ghost diver, depending on just how I go. But you gotta admit, silenced weapons are pretty cool. They're super cool, and I can't wait. The SOCOM is one of those pistols where, like, when I initially saw it, I was like, okay, it's just a regular run-of-the-mill pistol. It's probably not going to be, like, amazing. It's going to be... And then I thought about it a bit more, and I was like, okay, wait, so if it's a silenced pistol, that means it's going to have, like, less report, which is great. It's probably going to be the go-to, like, sidearm for ghost divers. I am excited for that. As a ghost diver myself, I get this vibe that, you know, Microsoft and Arrowhead really cooked with this one. I feel like, as much as I do like the... Come here. As much as I like the, like, just the whole vibe of the Killzone pack, which I don't have the full thing, unfortunately. I just never really got that. But I get the feeling that, like, Sony pretty much put way too much stipulation on what, like, Arrowhead could do with Killzone, and I just feel like that kind of hurt it in general. I like the sniper, kind of a hot take, I know. Super good for Devastators, kind of useless for everything else. I'm a bot, like, diver, so kind of my hot take. But generally, anything with, like, a lot of, like, heavy armor, that sort of thing, it's gonna be useless against, but the sniper itself is just really cool. I mean, like, there's just something about just hearing boom, and then it just explodes. I like things that explode. It makes me happy. I think it's gonna be really good. The new passive is interesting. I love speculating on like what it does. Do me a favor, actually. If you've seen the trailer and if you know about Halo, or even if you don't, do me a favor. Comment what you think it does, like what you think the booster does. Because I don't know where to start, or even if like it was confirmed what it does, I'm not sure. Let me know. I really want to hear like your opinions about it and that sort of thing. I think it'd be really neat if it just provided more stealth bonuses. Kind of going with that like ghost diver, like special forces, like just sticking through the brush and just pop, 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 you know, that sort of thing. I think that'd be really cool. I think that most of the armors are going to be medium. I don't think we're getting a light armor for this one. I didn't see it, and I don't know how that would work unless they give us like the Marine BDUs. Maybe they do that, or like a pilot variation. I don't know. I think that overall it's going to be really, really amazing. If not, like, just... It's going to open the door for amazing crossovers in the future, I think. I did hear a lot of people, like, talk about, like, oh, yeah, you're probably going to do a Warhammer crossover because of Chainsword. I kind of want... As much as I'm on the fence about Warhammer, I gotta admit, I really want a chainsword. That'd be fun. I'm also a Krieger though, so you know, gas mask boy, give me a shovel and I fix. I think that it's gonna be great. Of course, cosmetics are cosmetics. They look really good. The capes look awesome. I like the split design of oh jeez, it's like the Helljumper one. I don't remember the name. The one with the actual like ODST symbol in the back. I think that looks really good. The Oni one looks awesome. The colors are just so good. I think that they're really on the right track. And I'm really excited to see what comes out. I feel like it's going to be a little rough initially because Helldivers, but I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. I want Helldivers to succeed. I really do. If for no other reason than because it's single-handed, like, no matter what you think, like, system is better, it has bridged the gap between, like, console players, PC players, and the like, and just the community that it has, like, some members notwithstanding. I think that, you know, it needs to succeed. If games as just a medium is going to survive, I think that it needs to succeed. I could be wrong, but I I feel like that's just how that needs to happen. And I'm probably gonna stay enlisted until the rest of my squad leaves, basically. Or Sony tries to do their whole PSN thing again. If we don't need to talk about that, I don't need the the memories. But no, I think that's everything. If you guys have any questions, if you want me to cover a specific topic, I can talk more about video games. I love games. I love talking about games. I love like discussing games. Post a comment if you like what you've seen, and if you really want to see more from me. Do all the things. Post a comment. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, ring that bell, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Follow me. I do have a Blue Sky, which is linked in my channel, like the little about me section on my page. Follow me there. Yeah, just comment, like, subscribe. Yeah. I want to hear more from you guys. I like making like more long form content. I'd like to make more of it. I just need to know what you guys want to hear me yap about. If anything else happens, I might make another thing about this. I might like update it in a short. I might like just make another video. I don't know. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video, the next short, or if something amazing happens, I will see you guys at the first stream whenever that happens. So, with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. Later, guys.